Anne noticed something strange on the roof. All the houses within 1,000 kilometers were identical. This scene completely terrified the man who had just moved here. His wife asked him what had happened. After listening to his description, she felt completely hopeless. They thought they had traveled through time and space, so the two immediately drove off to investigate. They found that the entire community was identical, no matter where they drove. It felt like they were going in circles. They couldn't find the entrance to the community they had arrived at. At this point, the two began to panic. Just as they were feeling lost, they suddenly remembered how it all began. At the time, the two had gone to a real estate agency to buy a house with their savings. Just as the agent was about to show them the house, something strange happened. The agent told them there was a house that had recently been discounted, and there were no property management fees. They could even move in and live there for a while first. The two were very happy to hear this news. They thought they had found a good opportunity, and immediately followed the agent to view the house. Soon they arrived at the community gate. The man felt uneasy as he looked around, because all the houses around him looked exactly the same, but he thought it might just be the community's design style, so they didn't think much of it. At this point, the agent was unusually enthusiastic, chatting non-stop as soon as they entered the house. He claimed the entire community was custom-built, with house structures designed by professional architects. Even vacant houses were always stocked with food. Seeing this, the two thought the place was perfect. But from that moment on, strange things began to happen. When the agent heard they agreed to move in, his expression seemed to change instantly. His subsequent explanations became mechanical, as if a robot were speaking to them. Then they went through the motions, with the agent taking them to the backyard for a tour. Though the two didn't know what was happening, they still felt the environment was truly excellent, so they decided to sign the contract immediately. But strangely, the agent had vanished. The two immediately returned to the living room to look for him, but the agent was nowhere to be found. When they stepped outside, even the agent's car was gone. Realizing something was wrong, they hurriedly got into the car to return and ask the agent. However, strangely, from the moment they got into the car, they seemed to have gotten lost in the community. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't find the entrance to the community. Even more strangely, they found that their cell phone signals had disappeared. The two suddenly felt confused, so they kept driving until it got dark. They were still circling the community. As it grew darker, their car ran out of gas. What was even more terrifying was that they had somehow returned to the villa. Since the car had run out of gas, the two had no choice but to spend the night at the villa. But when they got out of the car, they found that not a single light was on in the entire community.